Hello everyone, it's your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. It is December 10th, 2019. It is a Tuesday. We are streaming at 7:59 p.m. Central Daylight Time in Huntsville, Alabama. Today, I'm going to be talking about my day-to-day communicating with you guys in the live chat and playing AI Dungeon 2. AI Dungeon 2 won today's fan poll. Thank you guys for participating in that. Truly appreciate it. Let's see, what am I thinking about? So today, I got a lot of work done. Today was the big day for finishing up functionality on a program that I've been working on for my job. I made it back home. It's snowing outside in Alabama, crazy. So the winter weather is finally actually hitting. I've been messaging with my girlfriend, of course. Tonight we're going to talk about Justice League Odyssey number 1. Yesterday we read Justice League Odyssey number 15. Speaking of my girlfriend, she just popped in, as well as my friend Kratos. Kratos said, Nick, this AI stay blowing my mind. Yo, Kratos and Beth, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, give me one moment to get the live chat pulled up on my computer screen. That way it'll be easier for me to see what you guys are saying, and so that I can communicate back with you guys with the greatest of ease. Unknown Slayer said hello. Yo, Unknown Slayer, welcome to the stream as well. It is good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Let's see. I've been keeping close tabs on AI Dungeon 2 news. There's a lot of crazy AI Dungeon 2 stuff that I haven't talked about in a video yet, but I will get to at some point. If you guys want to keep up to date on AI Dungeon 2, I highly recommend going to the official website, to Nick Walton's Twitter. Nick Walton is the creator of AI Dungeon 2, and of course to the AI Dungeon subreddit on Reddit. That's where I actually find a lot of the stuff that I make videos on, because that Reddit is full of interesting content related to AI Dungeon 2. But without further ado, let's jump into some AI Dungeon 2. Right now the game is initializing, so I actually can't jump directly into it, but you get the idea. We're going to be playing the game tonight. Let's see. Kratos said, hello, Beth. How are you doing? Then Beth said, good. How about you? I am excited. There we go. I finally have AI Dungeon 2 up and running. I am going to start a new game. Let's do a custom prompt. That gives us the most control over the game itself and what we're able to do there. So for the custom prompt, guys, I'm going to need what our character's name is going to be. I'm going to need the setting, like where is the story taking place. I'm going to need an obstacle. What is it that we're trying to overcome? I want this to be something that we decide on together so that we can create an interesting story that unfurls as we continue through the game. And I'm going to be asking you guys for help for coming up with things to say and do throughout the game session so we can essentially all play this together. Kratos said, I'm doing great playing this AI Dungeon 2, and I am stunned by its knowledge of Yu Gi Oh! So then Kratos said, ooh, I have an idea for the prompt. Hit me up. I want anyone who's interested to propose ideas for character names, for the obstacle that we have to overcome, and for the setting for this prompt. So then Kratos said, Pokemon. That's it. So someone on Reddit actually did a Pokemon AI dungeon campaign, and it was pretty interesting. They only shared a snippet of it, but in that snippet, they went to the Pokemon Center, and there was a guy on the other side of the counter. And they were like, what? It shouldn't be a guy, it should be Nurse Joy. So they asked, where's Nurse Joy? And the guy on the other side of the counter said that she was dead because she was killed by Team Rocket. And I was like, ooh, ooh. It really threw me. Let's see. Beth said yes. And then she said, how about Jed and I are Pokemon trainers? So I don't know how well it would do if we mentioned multiple main characters. I've never done that before. And even in the example prompt that they give you, it's always you are a one thing in a place. Kratos said, that's what I'm doing now, and it's actually working. Okay, ballin'. I would be down to do like a Pokemon based thing, um, but we still haven't assembled all the necessary parts for a prompt yet. We need the character's name. We need a setting, like where's the story taking place, and we need an obstacle. What is it that we're trying to overcome? That's what they have in their example prompt, and I think that's probably what you would want for most prompts because it kind of sets the groundwork for the AI to build a story off of. You know, it has all the elements it needs to keep it going. Kratos said, honestly, I just typed Pokemon and it worked perfectly. He's like, you don't need more than Pokemon. He's like, trust me, Just type in Pokemon. You got it. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Pokemon. I typed it in. That's the only thing I put in. So we're gonna use the Kratos method. Also, someone pointed this out on Reddit. The sensor off and on feature is available in the main thing now. So the thing it generated was Pokemon.com/profile/Lilith. Because it continued Pokemon into a URL. Um, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's see. Beth said Jet has to rescue Beth's Pokemon. I could probably do something with that. Let me hit restart. It said please rate the story quality from 1 to 10. We didn't really start up a story. I'm gonna give it a 1 because it didn't do anything really. Okay, new game. Custom. And then I'm gonna say you are Jet. Your girlfriend Beth is being attacked by a group of wild Pokemon. It said, oh wait, no, I have to rescue your Pokemon, is what you said. I thought you said I needed to rescue you from Pokemon. Okay, rescue them from, I guess, Team Rocket. You, you are a Pokemon trainer named Jet. In New York City. To give it a location, because no one said a location yet. You're a Pokemon trainer named Jet in New York City. I hope it doesn't say that my whole name is Jet in New York City. We're about to find out. Well, how about instead of saying Jet in New York City, name Jet in the city of New York? Your girlfriend, Beth. Your girlfriend. We're not. Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out the simplest way to say it that won't confuse the AI. But the AI is pretty smart. Your girlfriend, Beth. Um, well, I'm trying to make it possessive. That's the thing that's messing me up. I'm gonna not say your name for now. Your girlfriend's Pokemon have been kidnapped by Team Rocket. It is up to you to get them back. And that seems like a simple prompt. Your boy Kratos sent me some information of him just using Pokemon um, as a prompt on Facebook. I don't currently have that tab open, but I saw a notification pop up on my phone for a moment. Okay, so it's generated a story. The game has many different types of Pokemon, each with their own special abilities and weaknesses. You can train your Pokemon at various places around the city. Okay, say what Pokemon. No. Look for Team Rocket. That's what I should do first. Look for Team Rocket. Also, at any time, hit me up in the live chat if you guys want to propose something for me to say or do, because I can pretty much do anything in this game. Okay, you head out into the city, where you see several people standing near a large building. Hey, I found something. What? Team Rocket. They're hiding in that building over there. Okay, cool. I'm glad that the crowd of people are very helpful. Okay, so Rocky Ford said, "Hi there. He's doing good today." He said, Did I hear about more DLC characters from Tekken 7, and that he has no discussion topics he'd like to talk about? I haven't heard about the new DLC characters from Tekken 7. Do we know who they are, or do we just know that we're getting more? Also, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well today. Right now, we're playing AI Dungeon 2, a game where you can do or say anything. Feel free to propose things for us to do or say. Kratos said, "You gotta choose your starter Pokemon, Nick." You got this all out of order. Beth said Nick sends out his starter Pokemon, Charmander. Well, let me go visit Professor Oak, and maybe Professor Oak will give me that hookup with a starter Pokemon. I'll ask him about it. You walk towards the building, but suddenly you feel very sick. Something isn't right. Ooh, maybe what I need to do is go to hospital. Sounds like I'm not feeling too well. Uh, Kratos said, no, it's all about Totodile. Kratos said, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Totodile. Ryan said, hi, Jet. Yo, Ryan, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Rocky Ford said the Tekken 7 DLC characters are Leroy Smith, Gan Ryu, and Fakumram. I don't know how to say that name. Um, some of those names sound familiar, but without pictures, I wouldn't really know who they are. Beth said, my favorite is Eevee. Ryan said, Zach canceled the Friday thing. Oh, cool. Ryan, are you. Well, not cool. I'm sorry to hear they got canceled, but the cool thing was the idea that you're coming to Station Retro. And then, excuse me, Ryan said, so I can go to Station Retro, I guess. Oh, ballin'. Rocky Ford said, I mostly prefer Soul Calibur 6 better than Tekken 7, even though I play Tekken 7 sometimes. Understandable. I mean, Soul Calibur has a very interesting character creation based system. Back to AI Dungeon 2 real quick. You rush back to the hospital and tell them what happened. The doctor tells you to rest up and then takes you to your room. He asks you if you want to talk about it, but you decline. After all, you don't really have anything to say. True, I just felt sick. I don't know what I'm sick with. Say why am I sick? I need to figure this out. Let's see. Kratos said Totodile was the first Pokemon I ever had in my life. Pokemon Soul Silver was my first ever Pokemon game, so Totodile has sentimental value in that. Rocky Ford said, how often do you play Tekken 7? It's been a hot minute since I played Tekken 7. Now that I have PlayStation Now, I could kind of play it whenever I want. And I now have PlayStation Plus, so I should be able to play it online as well. So I might play Tekken 7 more if you guys vote for me to play PlayStation Now games. Beth said, is there a phone app for AI Dungeon? There's an app currently in development, but it has not been released yet. Though I think you are able to play it on your phone if you open it on your phone. I've never tried. Ask Kratos, he might have done so. Then Beth said, boo, boo. This is like a fairly new game, Beth. It's understandable that it doesn't have a phone app yet. Okay, so I asked, why am I sick? And then the response the game gave was, you explain how you were attacked by a wild Ekans and how you ended up in the hospital. The doctor looks at you with concern. I'm sorry, but I can't do much for you, he says as he walks away. Oh, I got poisoned by like a snake Pokemon? What a bitch. Okay, hold on. So the doctor pretty much just said I'm gonna die, which is interesting. So, I mean, he's a human doctor. Maybe I need to go visit a Pokemon doctor, and that'll help me out. So I'm gonna say, go to Pokemon Center. I'm gonna talk to Nurse Joy. She may be my only hope. I might die otherwise. Also, the phone's ringing, which is inconvenient. Let's see. So Kratos said, no, but I tested it. AI Dungeon 2 does work on your phone, right in your browser, which is awesome. Rocky Ford said, have you played any Soul Calibur games? Yes, not on the stream, but yes. I grew up with a Dreamcast, so I actually had Soul Calibur, like the first one, on Dreamcast. I used to play it when I was younger. Beth said, yay, thank you. Also, I've played Soul Calibur 6 at Collins. I've played older forms of Soul Calibur on different consoles at different friends' houses, but I didn't own a lot of different Soul Calibur games. I owned the first one on Dreamcast. Well, technically, that's not the first one. I've heard Soul Edges before that. And then I owned Soul Calibur 2 on the Xbox. And then every other Soul Calibur I've played, other people have owned it. Beth said, yay, thank you. Kratos put up a smiley face. Ryan said, there's some big news today in the history of America's state anti-Semitism. Your boy Ryan coming here with politics. Beth said, how about you kick the doctor in the nuts? will actually decide to go to a Pokemon Center rather than get the police called on me in this hospital, because that's what would happen if I kicked the doctor in the nuts. Rocky Ford said, like I said, Tekken 7 is basically Tekken cross Street Fighter, cross Camp Fighters, cross Final Fantasy, cross The Walking Dead. He said, I have Soul Calibur 2 for the PS2 with Heihachi Mishima from Tekken. Oh, nice, nice. Once I went to the Pokemon Center, this is what the game said. You decide to wait until you get home before going to the Pokemon Center. When you arrive, you find that the nurse is busy cleaning up the front of the clinic. She doesn't even acknowledge you when she sees you. I'm going to say, I was bitten by. Oh, bitten has two T's. I was bitten by a wild Ekans, and I am dying. Do you have an antidote for Ekin Venom? Rocky Ford said, I have Soul Calibur 2 for Nintendo GameCube with a link from Legend of Zelda. So you bought two versions of the game? So you bought three versions of the game? Rocky Ford said, and I have Soul Calibur 2 for Xbox with Spawn. So you have all three versions of the game so that you could play with all three of the exclusive characters? Hey, that's pretty good. What's the version of Soul Calibur that has the Star Wars characters in it? And Rocky Ford said, yes. Right now, AI Dungeon 2 is trying to figure out how to respond to what I just said to the nurse. I'm hoping that Nurse Joy has that antidote so that I don't die. But as far as I know, I might die. Rocky Ford said, I have Soul Calibur 4. Okay, is that the one that has the Star Wars characters in it? Your boy Kratos said, I have four different versions of Minecraft. Any particular reason why? Oh, so AI Dungeon 2 just responded. You ask her if they have any antidotes for Ekin Venom. She shakes her head. No, we don't have any. It's not like this stuff is common or anything. She continues to shake her head and she heads off to another part of the clinic. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Okay, go to Professor Oak. I need a Pokemon that can heal me, or that can get away, that can get rid of the poison status effect or whatever, so that I don't die. Let's see. Kratos said PS4, PC, Switch, and mobile. Oh, just so you can play it on different platforms. I see what you're saying. Rocky Ford, I have Soul Calibur 3 for PS2, and yes, and I have Soul Calibur 5 for PS3 and Xbox 360. Interesting. Why for both PS3 and Xbox 360? He said I have Soul Calibur Broken Destiny for PSP. My boy's going over his whole Soul Calibur collection. Let's see. So the AI Dungeon 2 has responded to the last thing I said. You decide to wait until you get home before going to Professor Oak. When you arrive, you find that the nurse is busy cleaning up the front of the clinic. She doesn't even acknowledge you when she sees you. So is Professor Oak just at the Pokemon Center? Uh, find Professor Oak. I want to talk to him. I need guidance. Rocky Ford says Soul Calibur 6 is totally a remake of Soul Calibur 1 and Soul Calibur 2. Oh, okay. AI Dungeon 2 just responded. You head down the stairs and find him sitting in his office. He notices you and smiles. Hello, my name is Professor Oak. You nod and sit down across from him. So you're here about the poison, he begins. So I guess the nurse told him that I was poisoned. I'm going to say, yes, I was bitten by a wild Ekans. Is there any way to cure, any way to save my life? Question mark? Is there any way? Fuck, do you have an antidote? That's all I need to say. Do you have an antidote? Rocky Ford said, have you played Tekken Advance? I have not played Tekken Advance. What system is that for? Okay, Professor Oak looks at you with confusion. Ekans? What are you talking about? The poison you got from the poison dart frog? It's a rare poison that only comes from one species of frog, and it's been known to kill people. I say, the doctor said I was. Well, technically, the doctor didn't say shit. The game told me to tell the doctor that I was bitten by an Eakins. But maybe it was actually the frog? Because I don't even know why I said I was bitten by an Eakins. So maybe it was the frog. So I'm just going to ask blatantly, do you have the antidote? Let's say that's what it was. Fine. Just any poison antidote. As long as I just, excuse me, don't die, we're cool. Professor Oak looks at you with disappointment. Well, I suppose I could try to make some myself, but I doubt if I'll be able to make enough for everyone. Can you make enough for me? That's all I need to know. Can you make enough for me? Question mark. So Tekken Advance was for the Game Boy Advance. It sounded like it was for the Game Boy Advance. How was it? Also, AI Dungeon 2 disconnected. Wonk, 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 wonk. Wonk, 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 wonk. Yo, Godzilla, welcome. Godzilla said, hey, Nick. Yo, Godzilla, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for you going to any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Today we're playing AI Dungeon 2, but AI Dungeon 2 just kind of shat itself, so we're going to restart AI Dungeon 2. Wait, no, 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 no. I hit reconnect, and the game continued. Okay, so maybe we haven't crashed. Maybe we're still in it. Let's see. Kratos said, I has a Totodile now. Oh, are you still playing Pokemon on AI Dungeon 2? Rocky Ford said, I don't have it, but I wish I had it. Ah, I see. Godzilla said, what's the story so far? So far, my girlfriend's Pokemon were kidnapped by Team Rocket. So I was on a mission to go find Team Rocket. When I approached the Team Rocket building, I felt sick. So then I went to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, I told the doctors that I was bitten by an Eakins, which is like a snake Pokemon, and that I wasn't feeling well. And the doctor pretty much told me that I was going to die. So then I went to the Pokemon Center and talked to Nurse Joy, and Nurse Joy pretty much told me that I was going to die. And then I went to go see Professor Oak, who was downstairs in the Pokemon Center, and he was like, an Eakins, you were poisoned by a poison dart frog. And I was like, oh, well, do you have an antidote? And then he looked at me very disappointed, and he said he could try to make one, but he wouldn't have enough for everybody. And then I said, can you make enough for me? And then that's when you jumped in. Kratos said, yes, he is still playing Pokemon on AI Dungeon 2. So Professor Oak nods. Of course, here, take this vial of antidote. Take it to the lab and mix it with water. Then give it to the poison center. Follow Professor Oak's instructions. Oh, maybe it did actually just stop working. So when I typed that in and hit enter, we got nothing back. So yeah, I might actually have to restart that. Sucks. It almost seemed like it was gonna work anyways, but I think it did actually legitimately break. So I'm going to restart and run all. That was going pretty well, to be honest. I thought that was an interesting adventure for sure. Godzilla said, catch a Tyranitar. You might be able to defeat Team Rocket with one. Well, for most of that, I was just trying to defeat being poisoned, because I didn't want to die. Kratos said, I'm going to go catch an Eevee. I actually was interested in making a video that was more or less saying, why has no one done a Pokemon based AI dungeon stream? Considering that Pokemon Sword and Shield has had mixed reception, you think it would be really interesting for someone to do a Pokemon based prompt in AI Dungeon 2 and stream it. But rather than do a video about it, I guess we're just doing that now because that's what we just tried to do. Pokemon Sword and Shield eat your heart out. Here's Pokemon Poison and Antidote. Because that's what it seems like we're playing. Do 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 do. Or at least that's what we were playing. Now it is refreshing. Dun 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 dun. dun, dun. We have to wait for it to initialize. AI Dungeon 2 takes a few minutes to actually start up. So in the meantime, we can just talk. Um, I'm enjoying it. Oh, it initialized. This is pretty quick. Okay, let's do another custom prompt. Custom prompt. For the custom prompt, we're going to want our character's name. We're going to want a setting, and we're going to want an obstacle to overcome. What are you guys' ideas? I want to make this based on what you guys want to see. Let's see. Kratos said, I love Pokemon Sword. I'm currently 6 badges into the game. Oh, okay. Ballin'. I'm glad that you're vibing with it. I've heard mixed things. I've heard either people say, oh, it's good, or people say, oh, I expected more. Like it's either people who are happy with it or disappointed that it didn't live up to their expectations. But this, if we do like Pokemon based prompts and AI Dungeon, can be literally whatever we want because we can do whatever we want. Let's see. Godzilla said Tyranitar is strong and is my favorite Pokemon. Well, I'm gonna start typing up a prompt. Feel free to chime in with anything as I'm typing it in. Let's see. Godzilla said they eat 3 mountains in their lifetime. Let's see. Kratos said as a prompt, your name is Yami Yugi, a Yu-Gi-Oh duelist in Disneyland. You can beef up the details. Okay. Uh, you are. Oh, I guess you do have to say your name. Your name is Yami Yugi. You are a Yu-Gi-Oh. I guess I'm gonna write it as a proper noun. You are a Yu-Gi-Oh duelist. You are in Disneyland. You are trying to rescue your grandfather from an alliance of sinister shadow duelists. Okay. Let's see what it does with that. We're getting into some Yu-Gi-Oh shit now. Dun, 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 dun. We just did a Pokemon one. Now it's time for a Yu-Gi-Oh one. Um, if you guys haven't seen my video, AI Dungeon 2 is the. I'm not sure if I said is the best or the greatest. Doesn't matter. AI Dungeon 2 is the best. Oh, no, no, no. I think I said ultimate. AI Dungeon 2 is the ultimate fan fiction slash crossover game. I did a whole video talking about how like the potential is limitless for this kind of thing, for essentially doing like fan fiction role play or crossover role play. I noticed the first prompt we did today was Pokemon. The second prompt we did today was Yu-Gi-Oh. But why aren't we mixing prompts? Well, not prompts, but like franchises. Because we, with the greatest of ease, could start like mixing things together to do crossover stuff. I guess you did mention in Disneyland, so that could be how we get some crossover stuff. Oh man, I wonder what weird Disneyland stuff is going to try and include. What if we have to duel Mickey Mouse in order to save Yugi's grandpa's soul? I can see that. They could make like Donald Duck one of the shadow duelists or something. It's almost like a Kingdom Hearts thing once you start throwing in the Disney characters. Except this is Disneyland, so it's going to be people dressed up like the different Disney characters. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I know Kratos is a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts. Have you done any Kingdom Hearts based prompts yet in AI Dungeon 2? Since it seems to oddly know a lot about pop culture, it probably would understand that. Godzilla said, "Ho ho! I'm Mickey Mouse. You can't defeat me." Which would have been interesting. Kratos then put a bunch of like heart faces. You know what? I haven't seen that many heart faces since. Ooh, I'm so bad with names. I'm super bad with names. Isn't there a girl who would come onto these streams called Vanessa? I'm not sure if I'm getting her name right. It's one of those things where if I saw her, like her profile picture, I would know it. But she used to do that a lot. especially whenever like anime boys were brought up. That would be a thing. Kratos said, "No, but I'm about to." Kratos getting ready to do that Kingdom Hearts AI Dungeon 2 gameplay. Um, so right now, it's still trying to generate a story based on that prompt. Oh, it's still working on generating that story. Worst case scenario, we just restart all. I'll give it like 20 more seconds. And if it doesn't do it in 20 more seconds, I'm just going to restart it. Bom, 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 bom. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Kratos, what prompt are you going to use for the Kingdom Hearts gameplay? Sharing prompts, I think, is pretty dope in this game. Mainly because sharing a prompt allows for multiple people to play with the same baseline, but then have totally different adventures, which I really like the concept of. There we go. So I hit restart and run all. So we should be ready for action momentarily. We have about a little less than half an hour left in the stream. I'm really excited to do some more AI Dungeon 2 gameplay as the stream continues. As we've been doing the whole time, feel free to propose actions to be taken, things to be said, uh, prompts to use, character names, etc. I'm really enjoying the concept of us being able to do an interactive role playing game together. Ryan brought up more political stuff. Political stuff. Also, Ryan, have you had an opportunity to play AI Dungeon 2 yet? The game is now back up and running, so you don't have to do anything weird to actually play the game. You can just play it straight out. I still recommend playing it through Google Drive, though. I'm not doing that currently. That might maybe improve the performance. Also, I'm now able to make a new game. It just loaded. Yeah. So I'm going to do another custom prompt. Feel free in the live chat to suggest character names, settings, obstacles to overcome, etc. Kratos said, I'm sorry I'm not engaging too much at the moment. I'm cooking right now. Oh, cool. What are you cooking? Let's see. So I am going to start making stuff up. You are. Hmm. Your name is Jet. You are Ben Tennyson's best friend. Ben's cousin, Gwen, has been kidnapped by Vilgax. Now you and Ben must go rescue her. There we go. Okay. So I've never tried to do a Ben 10 AI Dungeon 2 playthrough. Let's see. Godzilla asked, "Why is all art propaganda?" This is inspired by Ryan's username on YouTube, which is "All art is propaganda." So let's see if it loads for us or not. If this one doesn't work, I would also be interested in taking like IMDb movie descriptions that are like relatively short, cutting them off and trying to use those as prompts. I think that would be interesting. Movie video games are notoriously bad, but it'd be interesting to actually play, I guess, like a movie synopsis as like the main character. I could also see myself trying to use comic book descriptions as prompts. Whenever the new comics are announced, there's a little like description of what to expect in the comic. that is like a teaser, so it kind of ends with its own cliffhanger. Using that as a prompt would be interesting. Playing new comics. Let's see. Godzilla said, "What if I draw a dog? How is that propaganda?" Godzilla out here asking some real questions. Let's see. So it seems like AI Dungeon 2 is taking a hot minute. I'm going to try running the Akaba version. The Akaba version is the one that specifically uses your Google Drive. Ryan said, "Do you have the funds to draw a dog? The De Niro? The guap, as the kids say?" Let's see. Run anyways. So I'm going to use the Google Drive version since the files are hosted on my drive and see if that's any faster than trying to run the normal version. Do 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 up do 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 up do 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 wow ba 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 da ba do 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 ba ba da da ba ba da ba da 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 do up do 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 do. So now I'm mounting it to my drive. Now I'm going to download the files from my drive, which will take a few moments. Godzilla said, "You're right." Uh, excuse me. But yeah, let's see if running it on the drive gives us better success than trying to run it via the official setup. Let's see. Now I'm going to run the actual AI dungeon cell, which it'll take a few moments to initialize. Godzilla said, "What if you draw in sand in a free beach?" So you're on a beach, doesn't cost you anything to be on the beach, and you draw something in the sand. Is it propaganda? Dun 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 dun. Hopefully, this works better than the official setup. The official setup kept crashing on my custom prompts. Maybe the issue is that I'm doing custom prompts. Might load faster if I just use like a generic thing, like one of the genres that they already have set up. Let's see, they have fantasy, they have apocalyptic, they have zombies, they have mystery, and they have custom. If we don't do custom, what genre should we use? Ryan said, "What are you drawing the sand picture with?" And then Godzilla said, "Your finger." He didn't say his own finger. He said Ryan's finger. He said your finger. Then Godzilla said, "How are fingers propaganda?" Let's see. So I'm still waiting for AI Dungeon 2 to initialize. While it's initializing, I'm going to check AI Dungeon 2 Reddit. Or should I? Would trying to pull up AI Dungeon 2 Reddit actually slow it down? A matter of fact, if I close tabs on my computer, will that actually help it go faster? Oh, AI Dungeon 2 is now up. Ba-da-da-da. Okay, so what setting should I pick? Should I pick fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, or zombies? If you guys don't pick, I'll pick it by rolling the dice. Do 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 do. Godzilla said no, but you can use a finger to draw on the sand of a free beach. That was in response to Ryan asking, "Are fingers art?" Kratos said, "I'm back," and then he said fantasy. Okay. Now, should I be a noble, a knight, a squire, a wizard, a ranger, a peasant, or a rogue? If you guys do not answer, I will do a dice roll. Okay? Your boy Kratos said, a wizard. Then Ryan said, not all beaches are free, but the beach that was proposed by Godzilla is free. What should my name be? This is pretty open. You can kind of put in whatever you want for your name. Let's see. Kratos said, you know I love my magic. Uh, let's see. Kratos said, Soluxus. Interesting name. Okay. Soluxus it is. Also, if anyone wants to propose any ideas, it doesn't have to just be Kratos, though I don't mind it being Kratos. Feel free to propose your ideas. More than happy to hit him up. Bum, 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 bum. Doing this as like a group activity, coming up with the different elements, I think it would be pretty cool. Kratos said, it's my favorite fantasy-esque name I created. Ryan said, why draw a picture with your finger at a free beach? Why create any art? Godzilla said, because it's fun. Okay, so here's the prompt that we're given. You are Soluxus, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a staff and a spellbook. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You look around and see that it's not much different than when you left it. The only thing different is that now there are two men standing on top of the ruins. Kratos said it combines the Latin word solus meaning sun and lux meaning light. So essentially the name is sunlight, but in Latin. And then Godzilla said, because they are. Let's see. So I'm going to say, how can you two help me? To the guys standing in the ruins. And feel free to propose any actions or things you want me to say in the live chat. They respond, no, we can't let you leave. You need to stay here until we get what we came for, the other one replies. Oh, wait, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. So here's what they actually said. The first one says, we're here to take you back home. Then I exclaim, I don't want to go back home. To which then the other one says, no, we can't let you leave. You need to stay here until we get what we came for. Okay, so now I'm going to say, well, they already told me what they're here for. They're here to take me back home. Well, I'm going to say, why should we go home? Kratos said, cast fireball on them. Why do you want me to commit murder? I just met these people. I don't even know their names. Let's see, they responded, because if you go back home, you'll never be able to return. Why don't you want me to return to the ruins? Let's see, Ryan said, do you understand truisms now? To which then, well, Kratos I don't think is responding to that. Kratos then said, they seem like bad guys to me. I mean, how do we know they're bad guys? Let's see. So then they said, well, I mean, it's not like I'm going to miss you or anything, says one of the guys. I'm going to ask, can't we just be friends? Kratos trying to have me kill these potential friends. Kratos said, how rude. So they said, sure, but only because you won't tell anyone about us being together. They're like, we can be friends, but only if it's a secret that we're friends. Shh, keep it on the down low. Explore ruins. No, before I explore the ruins. Hug friends. You sit down on a rock and think. You decide that this is a bad idea. You've done something really stupid. The game really doesn't want me to be friends with them. Kratos said fine, then moderately shock them with a lightning spell to paralyze them, then make a run for it. I mean, they're not hurting me, Kratos. Kratos really wants me to hurt them. Say, are you guys going to stop me from exploring the ruins? Kratos said, then try to go into the ruins. Their response was, yes, we will. Okay, I'm going to type in explore ruins. Bet. Bet, try and stop me then. I'm gonna go explore. You start walking towards the ruins. You make your way through the forest and then finally reach the ruins. It looks like a small village. There are several houses, some of which are empty. You notice a few people watching you though. You also see a couple of children playing around the ruins. Okay? Look at people. I want to see if it describes them further. They didn't stop me, they lied. You keep looking at people. Eventually, you spot a man wearing a hat. He turns his head when he sees you. Like away from me? Well, when he sees me. So he already was looking at me. So then when he sees me looking at him, he kind of looks away. I'm going to say, what is your name? I want to see if I can. My name is Mr. Smith. What do you want? Okay. Kratos said you should go find a library. Okay, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. I'm gonna ask him about what this village is all about. So, why is your village located in the ruins? Seems odd. Mr. Smith replied, oh, well, that's because the ruins were built there long before our civilization even existed. We used to live there before the dragon destroyed everything. After the dragons died, we decided to move out and build new homes elsewhere. So, by elsewhere, he just means among the ruins of the destroyed village. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'll ask him about the library. Is there a library in your village? There isn't, but we have bookshelves. If you ever find something you'd like to read, you could borrow them from us. What books do you have? You can shop around. They don't have a library, they have bookshelves. Bookshelves that you can borrow books from. So it's a library, not library. Mr. Smith said, oh, we have quite a bit of books. Most of them are fantasy novels, but we also have a lot of history books. Kratos said, try looking for spell books. Do you have any spell books? I mean, I have a spell book. Like at the start, it said that we had a spell book. So Mr. Smith said, of course we do. We have many spells, but most of them aren't very powerful. Say, what is the strongest spell you have? The two guys at the beginning were just there. Uh, Mr. Smith said, it's called Lightning Bolt. It can kill an ogre, but it's not very effective against humans. Say, teach me the Lightning Bolt spell. I could have asked, can you teach me the Lightning Bolt spell? Mr. Smith, well, we got the phone ringing in the background. Kratos said, but that spell book only has Fireball and Lightning Bolt. I mean, but does it? I haven't read my own spell book yet. Let's see. Mr. Smith smiles at you. He walks over to a bookcase and pulls out a book. He opens it up and begins reading. A bolt of lightning shoots out of the book and hits you directly in the chest. You fall backwards and scream. The shock causes you to lose consciousness. Kratos said, well, read it then. Well, the lightning bolt from the spell book just came out of the book and knocked me unconscious. Kratos said, that escalated quickly. I'm going to wake up. That's what I'm going to try to do. You open your eyes and stare at yourself in the mirror. You stand up slowly. You feel slightly nauseous, but you ignore it. You grab your staff and begin to cast a healing spell. Within seconds, you feel better. You walk outside and see a young girl sitting by herself. Where am I? Kratos said, "Did you travel? Did you time travel to the future?" "I don't think I'm in the future." The girl said, "I'm in the ruins of Rask," she answers. "Well, I'm from the kingdom of Larion, so I could have sworn I was in the Larion ruins." Well, I guess I couldn't have been in the ruins of Larion. The name of the ruins I'm in must be Rask. So I'm just going to tell her, "I am from the kingdom of Larion. My name is," the way that Kratos spelled that name, the Latin name, Soluxus. There we go. "My name is Soluxus. What is your name?" Okay. "My name is Nalia. How did you know my name? Where are you from?" Kratos said, "Just for fun, try to freeze time with a spell." That didn't seem like a good idea. Uh, I tried to learn Lightning Bolt, and I got shot in the chest with a Lightning Bolt. My healing seems to be on point. Uh, I'm going to try to learn a time travel spell before I actually try to use it. Let's see. So I'm going to say, "I didn't know your name until you told me. It is good to meet you. I am from the kingdom of Larion." Let's see. Then she said, "Say, so are you from the city of New Haven?" And then it makes me say, "That's where I come from, yes." To which then she says, "Say, New Haven is the capital city of the kingdom of Larion. Is it also the capital city of the world?" And then I say, "Yes, it is." Interesting. So I guess I am from New Haven because I am from Larion, and I guess I'm from the capital of Larion, which is New Haven. We're learning a lot about geography right now. Kratos said, "Okay, go learn." "I will." I'm going to ask her, "Do you know any spells that you could teach me?" Nalia. Let's see, she said, "Well, I suppose I could, but first I need to check on my daughter. Do you mind waiting while I talk to her?" "I don't mind. Come back to me when you are ready to teach me magic." Let's see. Godzilla said back, "Summon a big cat." Oh no, he said summon Big the cat or the Lorax. So right now I have a spell book that I haven't read. I know healing magic. I don't know if I know how to do anything other than healing magic. But I just met a girl named Nalia. Uh, where was she from? She didn't say. But we're in the ruins of Rask. She asked if I was from the capital city, New Haven. I said yeah. She has a daughter. She's going to teach me magic after she goes to talk to her daughter. Kratos said, "Ooh, you should read the spell book while you wait." Let's see. The story says, "She nods and leaves. You wait patiently for a little while longer, but she doesn't return. You wonder what happened. You try calling her name, but you get no answer. Finally, you call her name again, but she does not respond." Okay, so she must have just dipped out. Godzilla said, "Summon the Lorax." Maybe I have a summoning spell in my book. We'll see. Godzilla said he will speak for the trees. Read spell book. Hopefully I don't get shot by a bolt of lightning again. though that was a different book. You pick up the book and begin to read. Suddenly, you hear a voice behind you. Say, who is behind me? You turn around and see a woman with long black hair and a large scar running across her face. Her eyes are bloodshot and puffy. She wears a robe made of dark blue cloth. Say, who are you? Also, she sounds like she got fucked up. Let's see. Kratos said, a witch, hopefully. Let's see. She said, hello. I am the queen of the kingdom of Larion. I am here to take you to your home so that you may rest and heal from your wounds. Now go ahead and open the door. I'll explain later. Okay. Open the door. Godzilla said she sounds like she fought the Lorax and broke her knees. Kratos said they really want you to go home. Well, if the Queen of Larion herself has come for me, I'm gonna open the door. Okay. You open the door and enter the room. Inside you see a bed, a dresser, a desk, and a chair. On the wall hangs a painting of a castle. You see a window in the corner of the room. In the window, you see a town. Okay. Say, my queen. Why have you... Well, she already told me... I'm gonna say, explain yourself, my queen. I probably should have said, explain yourself, your majesty. But whatever. The queen stands in front of you. What is the meaning of this? Let's see. Godzilla said, talk to her about the Lorax. And then Kratos said, ask her to lay with you. The queen looks like she got fucked up. Like she was in a fight. The queen says, this is the place where you will be staying. Your home for now, until we decide how things should change. Now, let's get to know each other better. What would you like to know about me? Godzilla said, talk to her about the Lorax. I'll try to naturally fit that into the conversation flow at some point. The queen says, first off, I would like to know more about you. Why are you here? Who are you? What are your intentions? Say, I am a wizard trying to learn more about magic and the Lorax. I'll throw the Lorax in there for Godzilla. Let's see. Godzilla said she clearly fought that ancient deity. Kratos said, wait, didn't she bring you here? She had me open a door, which is the door to my house. The queen said, sounds like you're doing fine. Very interesting. So tell me, why are you here? I mean, what is your purpose in life? Say, I just told you that I am a wizard trying to learn magic and find the Lorax. She said, interesting, interesting indeed. Well then, tell me more about yourself. Tell me about your family, your past, your future plans. I don't remember much about my past. All I know is that I am a wizard in search of spells and the mysterious Lorax. To be honest, I could have actually published the story until you started bringing up the Lorax. Now I gotta change the Lorax. Let's see. Kratos said, "Go home." Takes you home. Why are you here? Godzilla said, "The Lorax." The queen says, "Very interesting. So tell me about yourself. Tell me about your family, your past, your future plans." I think she's stuck in a loop. Um, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit quit because I think we've passed our time. Yeah, it's 9 p.m. I actually don't mind this story. I'm gonna give it about like an 8 or so. And then I'm going to hand you guys the load ID. If you guys want to continue this adventure where it left off, use this load ID and continue the adventure from there. Let's see. Kratos said the lore axe. Ooh, that would have been cool. That's what I should have done. That's clever. Uh, that'd be an easy thing to edit it to. Let's see. Godzilla said the Lorax is the ancient god of the trees. Kratos said, ask her if she's really the queen. How about you guys ask her using that load ID in the live chat? Post that into AI Dungeon 2 and see what crazy adventures you guys go on in the land of Larion. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, logging out. Peace, guys. Peace.